Live. I think we're live. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Hey guys, what is up? This is Livy Igwe coming live from London. If you guys are watching on a replay, drop me a hashtag style. You all know the drill. I help the multicultural millennial to brand on social media and also to earn at the same time. So if that's something for you, just drop me hashtag hybrid. Otherwise, link in bio above. Today we're going to be talking about a couple of things that I think would be interesting for you on how to have confidence in selling. And I know selling is something that us as women, or should I say millennials, sometimes is a little bit intense. TikTok, I'm going to leave the live on Insta and Facebook so you guys can watch that. You can also watch it on YouTube as we are live on 3 platforms: Insta, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. So, hey, Andy. Hey, love. How are you? Hey, Leah. So, today we're going to be talking about ways of how to sell. And I know some of y'all be like, ugh, I don't like that word. But let me tell you this: you're either being sold or you're selling to someone. Okay. It's just that it's the way it's supposed to be. Now, of course, there is, and I'm going to share different things for you guys, but ultimately, selling is serving. Okay. Hey, Lydia. Hey, Debbie. Right. Selling is serving. So who are you serving for them to have? I don't know. You guys know I sell the supplements, so better energy, better focus, better concentration. But not everybody will want what you have, but the right ones will. And we are 8 million people on this planet, so you will definitely find your people. But it's keep on going on at tapping at the right door, right? And for people to like you, what you have, they need to like, know, and trust. Like, know, and trust what you have for them to purchase. Okay. Now, first of all, you got to understand, in order to sell, you got to understand what it is what's the product, what's the service that you have. Right. And I could ultimately put this even for some of y'all that are not selling. You're like, yeah, but I don't sell. My love, your dog that wanted that crisps or is barking to go to the toilet, he is asking or she is asking for something. The fact that you're negotiating, just like I negotiate with my nephew and he want Paw Patrol, I am negotiating with him. He is selling me that he wants Paw Patrol because it's the best thing on the planet. So him selling me Paw Patrol is still selling, right? Some of you don't need something to physically sell, but you guys are being sold. But I'm talking to the multicultural millennial that is fed up of living paycheck to paycheck and is wanting to have an extra income. You've got to first of all understand where selling comes from. And I know some are definitely hustlers, right? So like some is like, oh yeah, just tell me what it is, I'll hustle my way through, right? But some of us, it's like it's not natural yet because you don't know how to do it because you don't have the skills. But that's why I'm telling you, once you know the skills, automatically you're going to grow. Okay. So number one is understanding the product or the service that you're selling. What is it that you're helping the other person to overcome? So for example, and I will tell you this, you don't need to know the alls, the ins and the outs of the product, right? It's only today that I figured out that this ingredient is prickle bear. I thought it was guava since the beginning. Okay, and it's been 3 years. Have I sold this product? Yes, because I have said every time I drink this drink. Have you ever had a drink where it's like late at night and you feel as if I haven't had whiskey, but let's imagine that I had whiskey or something like you're having like a sweet before going to bed, but it feels so good because you don't need that piece of chocolate because the drink in itself is just going to fill you the way it's supposed to fill you and you don't need anything extra. That's what the drink makes you feel. What did I do? I sold you on the emotion of how it's going to make you feel, right? And so that is the difference when you're like, oh my goodness, the drink. And I talked, for example, I had one of my girlfriends because she took the drink. I don't know if she took this one or she took the lemon one, but she said it felt like I'm having a Fanta at home and late at night. And I was like, doesn't that make you feel like, because a Fanta is like the Sprite or the Coca-Cola, whatever. And she was telling me it feels as if like I was having like a cheeky drink because my mom was going to be maybe appearing at some point and telling me not to have any like drink in the evening. That's what the drink makes you feel, but at the same time, it helps you recover. So I'm speaking to you by I know what the product does. Hey, Sarah Love. I'm telling you like how, and you're on YouTube, so I see your comment. Sorry, love. Like how it makes you feel, right? You want people to understand how it feels after taking it. Somebody was saying, yeah, I don't want your product, but I'll talk about it. I'm like, what you want to talk about my product? I appreciate you, love, but you haven't even experienced it. How can you talk about something that you've never been? Now, I can sell something and I have not physically tried it, but I like it's a skill in itself, but it's not something I always use. But I can walk the walk as if I've had it. Now, I know it's not something I preface. It's not something I usually talk about because I'm like, you don't really do that. But you can only if you have not tried the red drink, if you have not felt the instant energy within minutes because it helps you with, I don't know, your focus, your concentration, you feel low, you need something that picks you up. If you have not tried it, you cannot talk about it. So you've got to know what the product is helping, but that's coming from your own experience, right? I can talk to you about my lamb boots that are from Rick Owens, because when I walk with them, they make me look tall. They're kind of clunchy, but they really feel, and they go up to the thighs. I've tried them because they're mine, but you can't talk about something that you've never tried, right? So that's number one. Number two is I want you to have active listening. Okay, Andy. Okay, Sarah. Okay, Nar. I want you to have active listening when you're talking to someone. So somebody told me, they were like, "Oh, cool, but like okay, yeah. So I had a customer. She purchased some drinks from me, right? Because she's wanting to do a 10K marathon. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Cool for you. I'm not going to do a marathon, but if you want to do the marathon, absolutely, that's cool. And what happened was that she was like, okay, what do I take? What would you advise me to take as I'm needing something that can help recover and also have more energy? So I was actively listening to what she was needing. So I said, hey, this is what you need. You need some aminos that will help you with like your muscle mass. This is the evening drink that will help with like the recovery, which is what I recommend. And then take this when you feel that you finished the workout, just take one scoop. Don't take the usual 3, just take one. So then that's just going to boost your energy. So then you can continue the day whilst you're at with the kids. So you finish your day. And she was like, oh, okay, that's cool. I could do that, right? With our company, we're able to like put it in a box, and then she could in like a bag and like a basket, and then all she needs to do is press the next piece, and then she can order it. Super easy, super simple, be like Amazon, right? And in that moment, I was actively listening on what she needed. She needed something that could help her up. She needed something that could pick her up after she has the kids, after she's worked out. She needed something that could help with the recovery, because with her heavy legs, it's going to be kind of difficult, and she really wants to do this 10K run. So what did I do? I listened to what she was needing, right? And when you actively listening to someone, automatically it helps, right? So what is that going to be in your business? What is that going to be when you're listening to people? What is that going to be when you're needing that feedback? Because if the person says that they don't want your product, and whoever's sending me likes, I appreciate it. Whoever is like, as you're listening to the person, if they're not wanting the product yet, it's easier to follow up with them later on to understand, hey, I know you wanted the drink, or I know you wanted the skincare, but it wasn't the right time now. In a month or a month and a half, is it better? Right? Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. It makes sense, right? Last thing is, in order to sell, you got to face rejection, regardless of it hurting, people saying no, you're getting rejection after rejection. It's not about, and I always say, God's protection is God's rejection, and not a rejection is God's protection. So it doesn't mean that it's right now. But that just means they're not saying no to you. And this was the shift that I needed to understand. They're not saying no to you. They're not saying no to you. They're not saying no to the product. They're not saying no to whatever, you have. They're saying no to themselves. And that just shifts completely. When somebody says no to themselves, it's no to them. It's okay if they don't want your drink. It's okay if they don't want your supplements. It's okay if they don't want the opportunity. It's okay if they don't want the skincare that you have. It's okay. Because there's 8 billion people on the planet. You'll be able to find the right people if you keep on going. You keep on showing up. You keep on going live. One of the reasons why I go live is that you guys can see my personality offline and online. It's the same. The only difference is that you see me stumble over my words when I say, for example, God's protection is God's rejection, or God's rejection is God's protection, whatever it was. Like, you see me stumble over my words. That's just it. But that's okay. I'm cool with that. Because at some point when you start talking to people, there is a ripple effect. If you haven't read the book, The Compounding Effect, Compound Effect is a really good book of understanding like how to keep on going, how to keep on sharing. And I'm not really bothered about if I get one person on the stories or two, or, I had 10 at some point on TikTok, now we're two, one here on Facebook, and then a little more on YouTube. Like, it does not matter, because selling is serving. And at some point, we all started with no followers. At some point, we all started with no one to talk to. At some point, we started with no one. But we got better at our craft, guys. We got better at our gifts, right? You're not the only thing, I don't know why I have like Miss Olympia in my mind, but the only reason, like, you're not going to become the best bodybuilder on the planet if you just put one rep in. No. You're going to put it in when you show up at the gym, when you work out. Now, I have no knowledge on bodybuilding, okay? But it would the same be as I was doing CrossFit, a CrossFit competition, or athletics, as I have done athletics, right? It doesn't matter. It's the same. But the repetition of showing up every single day will get to your goal, right? So guys, I love you. I appreciate you. This was just a short little snippet of 3 ways of how to sell. Oh, and then last thing, embrace your rejection. And last thing is learning from your mistake, right? There are some ways I just like stumble upon my words and stuff. So like, it doesn't make any sense, but it's me showing up, right? I'm not looking to be the best person on the planet. I'm looking for evolution. I'm looking to be better than what I was yesterday. We don't get bad days. We don't get bad days. We get bad moments. I'll repeat that. We don't get bad days. We get bad moments. Ciao, Maria, come stai? Right? We get bad days. We don't get bad days. We get bad moments. And so it's just understanding all the time, like just getting better. Hey, Al-Sadiq, how are you? Right? So understanding this process, and then it's just the thing doing it again and again and again. We talked about yesterday, when I talk about the supplements that help with like better energy, the focus, the concentration, the mood, I always tell you guys where you guys can go and get it. Or I always tell you simply how to use it. 3 steps. 3 steps to use the drink. You take a glass of water, right? Glass of water. You put the thing in it. What you do is you drink it. It's a 3-step process. What did you want to ask? 3-step process. That's how your business should be. That's how confidence in selling should be. It should be 3 simple steps. If you guys know, with Fitline, it's always you use, you talk, you demo. Hey, Veronica. Hey, Layla. Right? Ask away. I said, I'm listening to you. Hey, Makisha. It's always keeping it simple. Just like selling is keeping it simple, because I think we make it so complicated. And I was talking to a girlfriend. I know I was going to wrap it up, but here, Holy Spirit is speaking to me. How to become successful. That's a good one. I will reply in a minute. I think with social media and everything online, offline, we'll want to make it complicated. But a complicated mind is a confused mind. You want to make it super simple. How can you just do one thing that will get you closer to your goal, right? So for example, me going to CrossFit, I wake up, I prepare my clothes the night before, I go to CrossFit, I work out and listen to what we're having to do and execute. Super simple. Otherwise, it makes it too complicated. And here you ask Sadiq on how to become successful. Becoming successful is a very definition of everybody that is completely different. My successful vision is completely different from yours. Somebody that's successful could be like they have a great home, they have a great family, and they're living a minimum wage of 2,000 pounds per month, and they love what they do at their work. That is maybe successful to them. My devolution of success is absolutely not that. Mine is not to live a small, mundane life. No offense to others, but that's not it, right? So, but it's not necessarily connected to money. My success is when I am serving in my full potential in things, but I can't define it to you because it has to be yours. So it's not monetarily. It's something that you feel successful at, that you've ticked those boxes and that you have done. That is what success is. Because it's nothing else than just what defines you, if that makes sense. because I was listening, for example, let's say, because I'll give this because I know exactly who I'm talking about. Ed Milet, who's a motivational speaker and speaks on stages and coaches people, right? His level of success is completely different from his sister's. His sister actually is, from what he said, she does, she works at a primary school for, I think it's kids that are autistic, but she has a great life and she can see that she loves that. That's her level of success, right? And Milet generates, at this point, I don't think he needs to work anymore, probably more than $1 million a month. But inspires people all day, speaks on stages. That's his level of success. Like, who can he next help, right? What were you learning about this? Like the level of success or not? So it's very different. I could say my sister, the fact that she can stay at home and look after her kids is, and being there for her kids and not doing a 9 to 5, that's her level of success. That feels good to her. For me, absolutely not. Like, if tomorrow I want to jump to Dubai and I want to fly there first class, like, for me, getting there means that I have to reverse backwards what I'm wanting in life. Does that make sense? Did you lose one earring, or is it? No, you know what? It's because there's one earring here and I have the other one here, but if I put it on, I was just too lazy. So we just put it on one side and I can't be bothered to put it on the other. Otherwise it makes it too chunky and I just don't like it how it looks like. But otherwise, no. If not, with my earrings, I always have one and then I lose the other and then I find it somewhere. So that's just classic Olivia. So yeah, hopefully that answer your question. Is it Sadiq? I just believe everybody's success is going to be completely different. Not everybody wants, to walk on stage. Not everybody wants to have a successful book. It really depends to you. I mean, I'm wondering Makisha, what yours is. And maybe Layla, what is yours? Sarah, what is yours? Yeah, right. We don't have bad days. We get bad moments. Absolutely. I mean, one earring is a style. It is, right? It is. Do you know what? So I grew up I grew up moving to 12 different countries, right? But I had, everywhere I went and every company I've worked with, which was like middle high end, fashion brands, well-known brands, I was always told that I was too loud. I was too bold. I was too this. I was too mean. Or, could you tone down your voice? Could you not laugh that loud? Could you just be you and, shut up for a while? I always had these. And me doing network marketing and selling and showing up on social media and creating content, I really realized that I could just be me, just be my own self, regardless if you like me or if you don't. And even, for example, my nails, like some people say, oh my goodness, but like your nails are way too long. Yeah, but that's your issue. That's not mine. That's yours, right? It's not mine. I always had people think that I should not be loud and I should just dim my light. But now when I realized that in order for you to show up on social media and to brand and to earn and to sell and to change people's lives, you've got to be yourself, but your unapologetic self, and be okay with not everybody's going to like who you are, but some people will. Hey, Cami. So if this message can resonate in some way, shape, or form, I really want you to, as you're going confidence in selling, it's knowing your worth. It's knowing that I even have this thing, and I don't know if I'm going to go, but there's places I won't go because I just don't feel called to. I just listen to my gut. I know what I'm worth. And if you know anything about me, I don't drink, I don't smoke, right? So you're not going to have me go to a pub. Like, what am I going to do? I'm going to order the chicken wings. Like, I'm hungry. I'm not going to drink a beer. I don't even know how to drink. I don't even want to drink. Plus, I don't even want the orange juice because it's not a fresh orange juice, right? I don't even want the apple juice because it's not a fresh apple juice. So why would I go to a pub when I know that before? Also, confidence in selling means that there's boundaries. There's limits of, like, this is where I'm heading. Somebody messaged me because they were like, oh yeah, I have this great, other network marketing company. I think you'd be great at it. No, I'm selling my supplements. I'm selling Fitline. That's all I have. You want to join me? Great, but I'm not doing anything on the side. Selling is knowing your true calling, but the true calling only comes when you put in the work, when you go down deep on understanding, okay, Sadiq, for example, or Sarah, or, Layla or Makisha. Who am I wanting to be in 2024? Where is it that I'm going every single day? Right? What is it that I'm doing all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time? Right? I saw a guy drinking this supplement on TikTok. They were like, there's thousands of people. You guys can buy it from somebody else, but let me tell you this: you buy from somebody else, that is on you. I don't have, and I can't follow the product. I don't know where it is, right? But buying from me, you get closer to the person, right? Hey, Don, my love. But also, like, it's like saying, yeah, but I was talking to somebody, and I'm going to repeat it here because I think somebody needs to hear it. I want to be, she wants to be a photographer. And she's like, yeah, but I don't know what I do because everybody does a lot of what I do. Yeah, there's thousands of fashion stylists. There's thousands of people selling the products. Does it matter? No, because it's the value that I give. I'll show in my stories. I just styled a client. There's thousands of fashion stylists on this planet, but there's only one that's going to make you, and there's only one that you feel connected to and that you're going to buy from. You know what I mean? And I think because she was talking about as a photographer, she was saying, yeah, but I think everybody's doing the same thing. I'm like, love, your style will talk to the right people, but it won't if you don't show up and just keep on repeating who you are and what you do. Right? You have to master the craft of what you're doing. I will tell you this: when I style a client, I'm very particular about who I style. Not everybody gets me to be styling for you. Right? I get you. Not because I'm like the best of the best. I am actually, I'm like creme de la creme, but that's fine. That's another thing. But it's because it takes me so much time to look after you, to style you, to make you look good, that I have to give my whole energy. And I can't have people. And my prices are not like, they're exclusive. They're not exclusive, but for the average person, like, they're kind of high. But that's because it's all the things that I've learned back in the years of when I was a stylist, and that I give my all for this client, that she knows the standards, right? We're all doing the same thing, but it's our style. Absolutely. Like, Layla, you're going to be talking to people because you love the evening drink. And as you, a nurse, like, you do long hours, the drink is going to help you and your people that are also in the nursing industry, right? I talk to the multicultural millennial that feels like a stranger in their own country, that feels like, they don't have the confidence. They have to do a 9 to 5. They're not recognized at work. They don't, like, they'll give you, what is it? 1 pound extra for like a raise. I'm not having that. I'm not living a small 1%, 1 pound extra to be paid pennies, when if I did a side income where I would have an extra income, I would sell the products, but at the same time, I could learn skills, I could duplicate it to people, automatically it changes. Hey, Brittany. Yeah, I knew it was your product. I mean, it's not mine. Like, please don't get it right. Like, I have no interest in manufacturing a product. It is not my thing. I will happily talk about it, promote it. That's why network marketing is the best business model, is because I don't need to invest in inventory. I just talk about the product, that's it, and I get paid for it. That's it. Do you think Olivia is a scientist? I'm still trying to figure out where my heart is. I just found out that this is prickle bear flavor. I thought it was guava for 3 years. Guys, I'm not an expert. I just have you tell what it makes me feel. That's it. Right? So understanding that all the time. Right? So guys, hopefully this makes sense in 3 different ways of confidence of how to sell. Ultimately, people will buy from you because they know, they love, and they trust you. They love, know, and trust you. Prickle bear. There you are, right? It's so bad. This is correct. People will buy from me. And if you know me, and that's why I think, social media, sometimes it's just like we only see the bad. But there are good people on this planet. Brittany's good, Layla's good, Dawn's good, Makisha's good. I'm hoping. Yeah, I know it's not guava, but I was convinced. Sarah, like, it's not. I got you. Right? Like, now you guys know. I know, but I didn't know. Like, do you guys think, like, I have time to Google this? I know it doesn't take time to do it. It doesn't take much to do it. But dude, like, what's on, like, it really does look like guava. Anyways, that's another point to another story. Guys, it comes, ultimately, confidence is your energy. People will follow where the energy flows. If I came on live and said, hey guys, today we're going to be talking about confidence. in selling. Like, you guys would leave the live. You'd be like, excuse me, are you okay, Olivia? Like, what is going on? Now, don't get me wrong. Some people can do that. Cool for you, okay? But that's not my vibe. I need high energy, high intensity. We need to snap figures. We're on the road. We're on the go. When I walk here in the UK or in London, I'm like, come on, let's move people. We're holding hands and just looking about. No. We got lives to change. We got people to help, we're on the go. That is my energy. I can't do any better than that. Okay, so Sadiq, I hope I answered your question on that one, guys. I help the multicultural millennial to brand on social media. This is me, Olivia Igwe. We were live on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, which is really cool. Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Anyways, I'll get this at some point. Okay, talk to you guys later. Wait, the best part is like turning off all the platforms. Oh yeah. And now, bye guys.